Big Dave Clo Show.
Why don't you do that thing, man?
Oh, that's right. Lottie-dottie, we likes to party. We don't cause no trouble.
Yeah.
We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic, and we got Melissa over here. When we rock the mic right. Keep yawning, hell, just to see you smile and enjoy yourself, because it's cool when you cause a cozy condition, because that's what we create, because that's our mission. So listen to the shit, because I say it every day. I can't remember the rest of the lyrics, but it's something about moving and looking into a mirror. So that's about it. So
Hey. I bring it up, man. Welcome to the Big Dave Clo Show. I am Big Dave right here along with you, the awesome Clo next to me, giving the Clo down today.
The Clo down. I like that.
Yeah.
Looking like the flyest shit on earth with
Yes,
these little sunglasses.
Look at that damn hat, too, man. That's some styling hood hat, man.
yeah, it was with the hat that I'm rocking today. I'm trying to emulate Brandon.
Really? So you're
Yeah.
going for the do look?
Yeah, with the hipster glasses, semi-douchebag kind of look.
Really?
Not having to do with the Brennan side of things, just a hat.
Okay. Yeah, for those out there, we've implemented something new. It's audio only on our live shows. You guys can go back and watch the video and check out this hat that Clo's wearing today and glasses. It's looking really good, man.
So we're live tonight on the bar, livedallas.com, and then later on you can go and check us out on YouTube. And Jeff, what's that YouTube channel? Is it just search the bar live?
It's
Actually,
Sunbrew TV.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, Sunbrew TV. And also you can find all that information out on our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Big Dave and Clo Show.
Very good, man. I mean, you're on it. Have you had a few to drink tonight?
I was
Yes.
going to say, for
Already?
a drunk man, he's really good at this stuff.
No, he actually gets better the more he drinks.
Yeah, really, exactly. It's
It's
kind of like back at WKRP, at the old TV show, when Dr. Johnny Fever was sitting there with a state trooper, and he was doing these response tests. He's going, okay, the more drinks you have, the slower your response should be. So with that deal, it worked in
but
reverse.
It totally reverse. I remember
Yeah.
that.
So you get better when you get drunker.
It all depends on the drunk level. This is a good drunk level.
When is the pennies on the nipples of poor chaos level? How many beers does it take to get to that level?
That's usually at the end of the night. End of the night when I come home and
Yeah.
I get that taxi cab drive home, and then I come home and the cat goes, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
Poor chaos.
Yeah.
Speaking of pennies on the nipples, the awesome Mel over here. Good to have you back, man. Are you feeling full force today? Are you still on those drugs?
No, I'm still drugged up
Sweet.
a lot.
So I should be able to get away with a lot of shit today.
Pretty much.
All right. The awesome Jeff, a.k.a. Balls Deep, behind the board. No microphone
Balls
today.
deep.
He's balls deep today, so he ain't got no microphone. He's busy. Shout out to Brandon.
So are you just too busy looking at Melissa's boobs? Is that what it is?
Man, those things are rock hard.
Yeah, they're
today.
out. They're out today. They're up and
They're popping.
Yeah, I can't
Salud.
see the actual video, but I have this like really cute shirt that was sent to us from our lovely sponsors, adamandeve.com, and
It's a hooker shirt, man.
It is a hooker shirt, and because my stomach with the scars and stuff, I kind of altered it by putting a t-shirt on underneath. But it's all about product placement, so I have the
Your
logo.
nipples are in the perfect spot. The placement is just right.
Yep.
I just wish it could be a little cooler in here.
So you just need to. Well, that wouldn't matter because the padding kind of keeps the nipples suppressed.
What if we get it really cold?
Really
Still
cold.
not going to matter.
Really
Broadcast.
cold. What if we put
walk-in freezer?
Yeah, what if we put an air conditioner in your bra?
Yeah, that might get them to salute.
Hey, we got the little fan on the table there, Claude. Why don't you put that in your bra? See what happens.
But if you go watch the video, then you can see what they're talking about. I've got the girls looking good tonight. So
Yeah? I prefer to call them men.
you would prefer to call them men. So you like to play with men.
Look, when they're played with right, they get hard. So what is that?
Again, we go back to your homosexuality.
There's
Dave.
no homosexuality with me. I don't even want to go there. I'll tell you one
Chloe,
thing.
do you refer to boobs as men?
Yeah, I really don't. I don't see where that even comes from. Boobs, women, boob. I don't. So what would you call them?
All right.
like Mike and Ike's?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
I don't know. The Willy Wonkas?
Really? See, again with the Willy. Like, you put boobs, you're naming boobs.
I don't want to go into this right now.
Well,
I'm telling you right now, there's no homoeroticness to me.
Well, you just completely threw that out the window when you're naming my boobs Willy.
It was Willy Wonka.
Any Willy associated with boobs, again, we go back to your homosexuality.
Don't worry about it, Mel. It was just a thought. I guess my thought is a little off.
Your thoughts are always off because no other man would think of naming my boobs Willy.
Or Wonka.
Just
saying.
All right, fine.
Or
okay,
Mike and Ike.
So you guys know I had an interesting experience. We've been talking about this. Chloe and I have been talking about this for a long time. And I was going to call you and ask you if you were busy, but I was figured, you had a rough show. I didn't want to bother you on Monday night.
So what happened?
I decided I was going to go ahead and do this. My quest to find out more about the supernatural and whether or not ghosts or spirits do exist in the physical realm.
And so what made you decide to do this? Is this a turning 40 thing?
It was it's also a turning 40 thing. Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with that? You're laughing at me, but I'm serious.
No, you want to explore and see what's going on in the world.
It's time to get some damn answers, all right? I may not have much time left.
What?
Look, I'm just saying, man, in 15 years I'll be 55.
Okay, so after my whole, death experience...
No, 45, I'm sorry.
Don't do that crap. You live every day for that day, because tomorrow's never promised. And I'm getting a tattoo that goes down my ribs that says tomorrow is never promised. So, this bullshit, you've got happening, I'm so depressed, I may not live, 20 more... You may not live 20 more minutes, so suck it up, put your big girl panties on, and deal with it, bitch. So...
Tomorrow is...
She's
what
back,
is it? Tomorrow's what? Not promised?
Tomorrow is not promised.
Isn't that a Garth Brooks song?
I don't know.
No, that's if country. Tomorrow never comes.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't do country. But it's live for today, not for tomorrow, because you can...
She's back, isn't she?
Well, she's back. Well, you know what?
Her medication wasn't as strong as it is.
She died, so she's got this whole new respect for life thing.
Yeah. Okay. That's the way I look at it. Don't take
So
anything
can I
for
continue?
granted.
Can I continue?
Yeah, but this just bullshit.
Okay,
you're going to get a hard time from me every time you do it, because it's crap.
Let it go. You okay?
Yeah.
Do you need to take a breath or anything?
Oh.
Maybe adjust your nipples? All right. So, went to Miss Molly's Hotel in Fort Worth. Anybody who doesn't know anything about this place, it was a bed and breakfast for a long time. Now it's just a bed. Because they have too many rooms, they're not allowed by law to have it be called a bed and breakfast, which is some stupid-ass rule. Anyway, Miss Molly's is an old hotel out there in the old stockyards of Fort Worth. Used to be, years ago, a place, a hotel for wealthy cattlemen. And then it became a bordello, which, for anybody who doesn't know what a bordello is...
Whorehouse.
Yeah, it's a hooker house, okay, for the working ladies. And it was a very high-priced one at that. And then after that, it became a boarding home. And then it was shut down in the early 1900s and did not open again until 1989. And basically all the fixtures and stuff like that were in the place at that time, there's still a lot of them in the hotel. There are some new fixtures, obviously, because you got to have air conditioning for people nowadays.
So now it's a fully functioning hotel in the stockyards?
Yes, and there's 15 rooms total, and they still have the same decor as when the madam had her room set up. The huge,
that little puppet on solid gold.
No. Okay. Miss Molly was Miss Molly had her room set up where she had this carpeted ceiling and everything. It's it wasn't really carpeted. It was I can't really explain it. Like silk sheeting across the ceiling, draping. Yes, thank you. And I mean, it's a really cool place. I mean, you walk in and it's a really neat experience. You can go and check it out anytime for free. Simply right out there on off Main Street in the stockyards. Check them out, Miss Molly's hotel.com, I believe. And if I'm wrong on that, just search Miss Molly's on Google. And you'll figure it out.
Just Google it.
Google it, damn it. So I went out there in search of a little bit of truth. I was hoping to find out some information that I didn't already know. Now, if you don't know anything about Miss Molly's, it's been voted one of the top most haunted bed and breakfast in the United States. And it's been on about 4 or 5 different paranormal shows. TAPS has actually done investigations there. So it's a real reputable place as far as the history of it, and they've recorded EVPs there, which is electronic voice phenomena, and they've also seen apparitions. They have been touched. One guy died in there in 1994, and his last words were, "I was pushed." And he was pushed down. His last words before he died was, "I was pushed." And the reason why he died was because he went down 3 flights of stairs to the front entrance. And there was nobody else in the hotel except for the one who was in it.
If there was no one else in the hotel, then how the hell do they know those were his last words?
For the innkeeper.
Like,
his last words in the hospital were, "Somebody pushed me."
Oh, so he's pushed and he got taken to the hospital.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
So he felt as if he was murdered, obviously. That was the impression that was given.
So maybe the ghost thought he was pregnant.
I don't know. Maybe. But it was... Anyway, there's a lot of history behind the place. And the lady sat there and told me the innkeeper, which is Miss Regina, told me the entire history of it. And I told her flat out, I said, "Look, all right, I am trying to find the answers to certain things, and I plan to find out tonight." I said, "I want the most haunted room you have, the room that has the most activity, and the one that freaks the most people out." And she goes, without even stuttering, she goes, "Room number 8. I said, "Okay, then that's the room. And tell me why." She goes, "Well, first of all, you're a male." I said, "Okay." She said, "Second of all, the entity or whatever it is that's in that room is attracted to males and likes to touch them at nighttime, and likes to make noises really loud in the room, and likes to move things in the room."
So did she have any idea of who that person may be?
No. She has no idea. She believes it may have been possibly one of the working girls that worked there at one point. Honestly, I experienced a few things that night that I can't explain, which is a good thing, but it still hasn't convinced me of anything. There was a feeling that I had. You know how you see these psychics go into rooms and they get feelings?
Energies and all that stuff, yeah.
And they try to talk about that. Well, I actually went into this one room where this man, when it was a boarding house, had died of natural causes. And have you ever gone to a buddy's house or something like that that's married or something like that, and you walk into their master bedroom or something like that, and they're not with you? You know that feeling of I shouldn't be here. That feeling as if this isn't my space. This is a very personal space.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's like when I'm walking in, you know what, I really shouldn't be in here.
Right.
For whatever reason, yeah.
That feeling, an overwhelming feeling came over me like that when I walked into this room. I mean, I walked into the room and I literally felt like, oh my God, I'm in my mom and dad's room and they're not home and I shouldn't be in here. Did
you get the chills? I mean, explain the feeling.
It felt as if if I were to put it into words, it felt as if there was somebody in the room looking at me going, "What the are you doing in my room? Get out. I don't want you here." Okay, that's the feeling I get. I felt as if I was not welcome, that I was just another tourist, and it was pissing them off that I was coming in to look at them like some kind of zoo creature.
But if you're in a whorehouse, you would think that they would be like, "Oh, come on in."
Yeah, you should have walked in. You know what? You should have left.
I told you.
Money.
You should have left and walked back in with money in your hand.
No, you missed it. Like I said, the last person who lived there, had died in that room from natural causes in that bed. It was the same bed. He died in it. So, I mean, the last energy that was in that room is going to be the most prevalent one. So I think that's what it was. So
maybe his energy was in there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I think his energy was the only. I think he's taken over that room, and that's what it was. Really?
Oh no! I was confused because earlier I thought it might have been a whore beast that was in there.
A whore beast?
A whore chick or a prostitute or whatever. What do you call it?
Hooker?
A hooker? Yeah, whatever.
A working girl?
Working girl.
Okay,
working girl.
Prostitute.
A saloon girl.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first.
Okay, no, but that was the feeling I had in that room. There was also the room that I stayed in. I also had a feeling. And the first feeling I had was I walked in the room and I got sick at my stomach. And I thought it may have been the Fuzzy's tacos that I had earlier for lunch. But I ended up going back out of the room, and I felt just fine. Went back in the room, felt sick again. It wasn't like an overwhelming, like I'm going to go throw up sick. It was like a sick as in, I'm kind of grossed out sick. Like I just saw somebody throw up right in front of me. And
Like the thought I get every time you say something about me having sex with you?
Yeah. I'm still open for that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm so not.
So, anyway, I decided to stay in room number 8, and bottom line is, not a damn thing happened the entire night.
So to clear up, this was
This whole entire
another
shit
room
was for nothing. It was because nothing happened.
So this other room, you decided to stay in another room that was not the same room in which you had the feelings, the weird stuff.
Actually, maybe I should have stayed in that room because I was actually afraid of that room. Because I had that feeling.
But you know what? But in your defense, you're thinking, okay, if this room's haunted, the other room has got to be a little bit haunted.
It's got to be a lot more haunted. If I'm feeling sick in one room and feeling unwelcome in another, I mean, it should be an either or, right?
Are you special?
So I chose the one that I felt sick in.
Are you special?
I'm very special.
Like, really?
You want to see my special purpose?
You stay in a room where you feel comfortable as opposed to one where you feel fear and you're...
I did it on purpose because I wanted to experience something.
But
are you not figuring that out?
But if you...
Are you special?
If you're specifically going there to try and get some sort of contact from the other side,
right,
then wouldn't it make sense to stay in a room where you feel more fear as opposed to feeling okay?
But I felt sick in the room that I stayed in.
But obviously that ghost is more provoked by you being in that room, so...
But I would think,
I didn't think about that.
Being there, you would think any room.
Exactly. I mean, because she said there are several different ghosts. I mean, there was a ghost. There apparently is a little girl that was the Miss Molly's daughter who was accidentally shot in the head in the bathtub. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, she was like 12 years old, got shot in the head, and was found shot in the head in the bathtub. There's a man who died of natural causes in that one room I was telling you about. I got the fear in it. There's the hooker who likes to touch men and make noises during the night. There's also another prostitute who lost her baby. She gave birth. She didn't know she was pregnant. Gave birth to a child in one of the rooms, and to hide it, she put it, wrapped it up, and threw it in the closet. And she died shortly afterwards from too much bleeding. So they found her dead body and her baby's dead body in the room. Okay, she was on the floor. The baby was in the closet. You also have a guy who was stabbed to death in the bathroom from a quarrel because a guy wanted a certain hooker and he couldn't have her. Okay, so there's a lot of death in this little area. I mean, you think you do yourself a hotel. You're thinking big, ginormous place. No, this is you walk upstairs. And you've got this foyer area, this parlor area, where you have a couple of couches here and there, and then the rooms surround this square room. And that's it.
You said there's only 15 rooms.
There's only 15 rooms.
How long did you stay there?
So it's a tiny little place, and all these ghosts in this tiny little place.
And so
you'd think surely you could find something.
So in the stockyard. So how much is it? How much does it cost to stay?
It cost me during the week. It's half price. Okay, so it only cost me like $71 to stay there. Okay, for the room that I got. If you go during the week, it's like $140, I think, for that particular room. Do the math on that. I think that's right. Anyway, but there's also this really cool room that has a bathroom, and it's like $175 on the weekends, and about $100. Is
that the bathroom where the people died?
No, there's.
If you're going to charge me more, I want to be in the hotel room with the bathroom where 2 people died.
No, that's the thing. Only one room in the whole hotel has a bathroom in it. The rest of the rooms are just rooms, and you have to go to one of 3 bathrooms in the back during the night if you have to go to the bathroom. It's a bed and breakfast kind of thing.
So where did the people die? In the bedroom that the bathroom is attached to, or the one out the back?
No, the one out the back. The guy who got stabbed, the stabbing happened in a bathroom in the back. It was bathroom number 2.
If you're going to charge me more, then I want to be in the room where people died.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I did get... Oops, hold on a second.
That just scared the crap out of me.
Just scared the shit out of you? Sorry about that. Hold on a second. let me just pause this for a second, because I did run across some, and I'm just going to say some evidence of possible paranormal activity.
So you brought your recorder. You prepared. That's awesome.
Yes, I did. I was
proud of you. That's awesome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I went there prepared with an EVP recorder, electro voice phenomena. It basically just takes digital voice recordings of anything in the room. And out of all the recordings I did probably about 15 or 20, and I came down to about 2 that I actually heard something abnormal in. And I'm not going to make you listen to the entire recording. I'm going to go straight to where this was. First of all, the room that I told you about that I was scared in, that I had this fear like I was intruding, this recording right here happened in that room, okay, with the room where the guy died. Hold on a minute. I'm going to go to it. It was like 3. Talk about something for a second, Chloe.
I'm just wondering, where did you get this special little recording thing?
Walmart. Okay, here it is. Now listen, here we go. Did you hear that?
It's nice to have that you have your levels right, but
okay, now listen. Did you hear that?
You know
the little whispering sound?
Yes.
Now,
shh.
Yeah?
You know how we were having that conversation prior to the show
Yeah,
about how he was saying, like, play with my... It's
Yes.
now that I'm thinking about it and you just added the story to that room, he's probably saying, get out, you.
Get out. You see, I thought maybe he was saying, come play with my pussy.
Uh-huh. And now it sounds like he's saying...
We actually are talking to ourselves now and doing
Okay, let me see if it sounds...
quite large. Probably the largest you've seen. See, now I'm making you feel
play with my pussy?
No.
quite large. Probably the largest you've seen. See, now I'm making you feel better, right?
So saying you are a pussy.
Quite large. Probably the largest you've seen. See, now I'm making you feel better, right? So
It could have been come rub my pussy.
No, I think he's
Or
saying,
you
get
are a
out,
pussy.
you pussy.
You think so? What
Yep.
do you think?
I really can't make it out. I don't know.
Was there? We listened to this prior to.
And I'm not, now, I want you listeners to know, this is not doctored.
No.
I swear to God, because I'm searching truth, man. I'm one of the biggest skeptics in the world, and this is I've listened to this several times, and I thought, well, maybe it could have been the innkeeper saying something. Why the F would she be whispering something in the background? And then she began to speak to me right after. Hold on. I'll let you listen
Why
to it.
don't you back it up just a little bit,
Okay.
and then play it for like 20 seconds.
Okay. All right. Hold on. I'll go ahead and do that. Let me see here. I'll get it down to 2.
intruding ahead of
We'll go 2:30.
Yeah. And if you have anything you'd like to say, I got this little recorder here. Yeah, I know. A big tourist. Very big tourist. Quite large. Probably the largest you've seen. See, now I'm making you feel better, right? So if we actually are talking to ourselves, now I'm doing it too, so.
Yeah, you know what? And I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And you can tell that she wouldn't have been that close to the recorder.
And so you didn't notice until you
I didn't
back
notice
and listened to it.
Yeah, until I went back and listened to it, and that's what I found. And it's quite impressive, actually. Another thing that I found is I went into the bathroom where the guy got stabbed to death. All right, and let me see.
I sense it.
You turn up a whole lot there. Did you hear that? There's like some little whispers in the very faint whispers in the background. You can't make out what they're saying, but you can tell there's something going on there.
Okay, you're going to have to rewind it because I'm trying to listen over your breathing.
Yeah, I know. My breathing was pretty hard, but it was a little scary at the time. That was the other room. That was the other place in the whole entire place that I did have kind of a. Yeah, I know.
Now, in Dave's defense, he did play this before we went on air, and he didn't tell me where we could hear things or not. And I picked up on the first one. The second one, I can't hear jack shit. But, like, this one he's playing now, I can't hear anything at all.
Okay, well, back it up.
Okay, the reason why I can tell you that there's something going on there is because I was in the room. And while I was in the room, it was so dead silent. There was literally no sound whatsoever in that room except for my breathing. And that's the reason why it was so loud. Yes. Okay, so when I listened back to this and I heard whispering, I was like, that wasn't going on. Okay, I don't know.
I mean, fine. It was.
See? Did you hear it?
I heard it just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, well, that goes on throughout the recording, but I don't want to sit there and play the whole damn thing. It's like 3 or 4 minutes.
So you were told to get out, you pussy, by one.
Yeah,
and then
get out,
other
you
ones are
pussy.
sitting there whispering and heckling you. And
by the way, Regina told me to call her if I found anything on these recordings, and I did. So I'm gonna have to
Well,
call
you need
her
to take these
and
and send it to someone. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
Here.
goes
Hold on, I'm going to record.
Okay.
I'll fill word. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay.
she
we had a lady that came here, and I don't think she knew that the place was haunted.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of paranormal.
Anyway, if you want to hear the rest of it, I'll listen to it later for you. But that was just her basically telling me some of the history of the place and some of the things that have happened to several of the tenants that have been out there. She said that she'd only been there for like 4 months, okay? And in the 4 months' time that she's been in there, she said the one room that she won't go near was the room that I stayed in. She said she knows for a fact that shit happens in that room because she stays in the room next to it, and at 2:30 in the morning, almost on an every other day basis, her it's like a adjoining room, okay? The door that's like adjoining, you know, like you have adjoining hotel rooms, you have the door in between. She said that door would just start rattling for about 10 seconds straight, like someone's trying to get in from that room.
does she have any, like, video or proof of that? Or is she
no,
just...
but she also, she didn't have any proof of that, but at the same time, she did have an EVP like I had.
Yeah, but, okay.
Except for she did it from the room in number 8, and then the one in room number 8 that she did, it clearly said, "Please help me."
Okay, I believe in ghosts. I'm not sure about the whole, like,
Well,
afterlife thing now, because, like, but I believe, you know, there can be traumatic spirits that kind of get stuck in that timeline. However, if you're saying that every other day my door is shaking and it's, like, scaring the crap out of me, best be believing I'll be getting my smartphone and recording it at some point.
Yeah, but it kind of sounds like to me that she doesn't know about a whole lot of history of this hotel. It's like she kind of cares, but not really.
Right.
You know what I would do with that door? I would just take the door off for the night and see what happens. You know what I mean? Take it off, lay it down, and see what happens. Or take it downstairs and see if anything else happens. Go, okay, the door shakes. Okay, what else is going to happen? All right, ghost, you got no goddamn door. What are you going to do now?
Yeah, what are you going to rattle now, bitch?
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I mean, it makes sense to me.
I love you.
I mean, that's the whole thing. And I'm sitting here really, really trying, right? And I'm in the room. I didn't sleep a wink because I didn't want to miss anything. So I'm sitting in this room at 3 o'clock in the morning, talking to myself. 4 o'clock in the morning, talking to myself. 5 o'clock in the morning, talking to myself.
So it's a normal night for you?
No, it's not. I don't normally sit around the room going, all right, look, please. Pretty please. I'm begging you.
Are you sure?
All you got to do is beg. There was only one thing. I will say this. It could have been my imagination, but there was one thing that didn't happen while I was in the room. The air conditioner was on a little too cold, and my nipples were getting hard, so I decided I was going to turn up the air conditioner, and it was pretty dark in the room, so I just leaned over because the air conditioner was next to the bed. And as I went to push the button, I could have swore I heard the other bed on the other side of the room creaking. Like somebody had sat down on it or something like that and bounced around a little bit. Like they were adjusting or moving around. And I turned around really quick, and I didn't hear anything else. So I was like, it could have just been my fat ass turning around or something like that. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm the guy who goes and tries to explain it. So anyway, bottom line, through all of this, this is the little evidence that I have accrued in one night. Was one little whisper that sounds like it says,
"Get out, you pussy."
Get out, you pussy.
Well, that's something, you know what, especially that first one, that's worth, like, you know, sending to someone, because, you know, all the ghost hunter people, they're freaks, and they want to examine anything.
Well, it kind of makes sense now with the whole, when he added the story to it, because prior to that, he had said something about come play with my pussy, or that's what he had heard. But now that there is the guy that was actually killed in it, and he was petrified, it makes a little bit more sense for him to be cussing at you.
And also, I wasn't, you know, I was okay with kind of staying in the place, too, because it used to be a bordello, you know. And since I'm the kind of guy that, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really want to stay in a place that's haunted by an old woman or an old man that was real straight-laced. Because if it is true that they can read your mind, like some people say they can,
what?
They're going to, like, really want to hurt me, all right? Because I am a very, you know, how do I put it? I am not straight-laced. I am not vanilla. I am not, you know, I'm the kind of guy who will, you know, I'm a dirty old man.
Smack someone over the head with pussy?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to do this in the first place?
So I don't want some straight-laced old man going, and that's the reason why he probably called me a pussy.
What I mean, like, was this the weekend you guys were getting away, or what?